And we are back to action here at the Bob Murphy Invitational. On with in-studio producer Janelle Tucker, Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed back with you here, and we are back to action as up in front of us right now is Brad Roush from West Delaware, the sophomore. He's taking on a freshman, and Mitch Packa from Muscatine, as right now Packa leading this match 2-0 as we're 30 seconds from this first period being over here as Roush trying to come up as we're starting round number 3 here for the, this is round 4 for these 4- and 5-man round robins. So we will we'll have this round finished up, and then we'll get back into the other rounds as well, because we're nearing the end of this tournament here as we start our action here. Roger, Brad Roush, we've seen him in 2 very close matches here, 3 very close matches, as he lost his first one 4-2, he lost then 7-3, and then won his last match in round 3 10-8 over Dallas Peebler from Fairfield. As we go to the second period here, Roush trails 2-0. Well, he's been so close to winning those first 2 matches, and then he finally got over the hump with that 10-8 win. He just gets himself in, he wrestles so well that he just gets himself into trouble with, like right now he's reaching back, Jamie. One of those things that we talk about is anytime you start reaching back and wrestling, that's a bad thing. You always got to work forward, hand control forward, and keep the pressure on. And Packa doing a nice job controlling his hips. Now a half Nelson by Packa, and Roush is going to go to his back, I think. Packa's got a half Nelson, and he got a 1,001 count. No points yet as Roush is trying to fight off and try to roll through that half Nelson. He's going to give up 2, but as he rolls back to his stomach, he leaves his right arm up. And Packa scoops that right arm, then goes around his head, locks his hands, and he's got Roush in a very, very tight pinning combination with 1:13 left to go in the second period here. Packa's going to take at least a 5-0 lead into the third period if he can hang on, if Brad Roush can hang on and somehow fight his way out of this match. And we forgot to mention this earlier. He's wrestling Packa from Muscatine. In the corner for Muscatine is former West Delaware wrestler Andy Princeton. He was a 2004 graduate of West Delaware, a teammate of mine when I was in high school, wearing the purple today for Muscatine and coaching there for the Muskies. I suppose that was part of the cut, part of the way to get Muscatine up here, the connection. Sorry about that. 28 seconds left. Roush doing a great job fighting, staying off his back, and that's what we talked about earlier, being a fighter and not giving up that pin when you have the opportunity to fight out of that situation. That still leaves you life in the mat. Packa not adjusting, and that's letting Roush keep that left shoulder up off the mat. Roush is going to punch his left arm through and fight his way off his back. It's 6 seconds left to go, and he's going to hang on. Referee down looking close. That's going to do it. It's only going to be a 3-point near fall for Packa, so it's a 5-0 lead going into the third period. So Roush has the opportunity here to score some points here as Packa has to go to the corner to blow his nose, I believe. And when we were on our break here, we were watching some football in the library here at the high school in Wartburg. Just at the start of the fourth quarter, leading number 1 ranked in Division III, Wisconsin Whitewater, 33-16. We had seen, we saw a couple former West Delaware Hawks while we were watching, Brandon Domeyer, Michael Bulkey, and of course Robbie Onstetter from Beckman on the team for Wartburg as well. So looking to pull the upset today as they're taking on Wisconsin Whitewater, and what a big win that would be for the Wartburg Knights to remain undefeated on the season. And nearing the halftime, UNI was trailing Illinois State 21-0 was the score. It was just about halftime, about a minute away from halftime. So we'll keep you updated on those scores. When we do get some kind of time here, we'll take a look at the Independence Invitational as well and let you know how the area wrestlers are doing in that one. And Jamie, you can't forget our Cyclone fans out there. The Cyclones were getting blown out by TCU 41-3. It was 55-3 when I looked. 55-3. It was 48, so, and there is no 50-point rule. And there's no 35-point running clock, so the Cyclones are going to have to gut that out somehow. So TCU's working on some style points today.
All right, we're going to start this third period. Paka chooses down. That's going to put Brad Roush up on top. And he's got Paka belly down in the center of the mat, working a bar arm on the left side. Let's see if he can tilt. He's going to switch to a tilt. He's got a ball and chain now. Let's see if he can work that tight waist tilt off of it. Or if he can wing that right arm up. But Paka's giving him a wing on the right side. Let's see if he can wing that up. And he missed the wing. And now Paka frees his left hand. He's going to work that, roll it back under, and try to set up that ball and chain again as he goes to the left ankle and drives Paka forward, breaks him back down. Paka finds himself belly down off to the left center of the mat. And Paka now content just to hold on to that 5-0 lead as Roush is working him over in the center of the mat. 59 seconds left to go. This is match number 4 for Brad Roush. He's 1-2 right now. He certainly would like to win this match and go 2-2 on the day and give himself a shot to place on the award stand here. Hard cross face from right to left is Brad Roush. Paka basing out underneath. We might get a stalling, and we're going to get off the edge of the mat. We're going to get a restart in the center. All right, Coach Litter, Coach Voss in the corner. They're offering their sophomore some instruction here. And Paka set. Roush on top, the left side. There's an outside stand-up by Paka. Roush comes up with him, and there's going to be a one-point escape by Paka. 34 seconds left to go, so Brad Roush has to throw him now. If he wants his chance to win this match, he's got to find some sort of feet-to-back offense, his victory offense, as we like to call it. Paka keeping Roush at bay. Roush trying to tie Paka up. There's a long double by Roush. Paka tries to launch him, tries to throw him. It might be a 2-point takedown by Paka. It is on the edge of the mat. Going to be 8-0 right now. The freshman from Muscatine over the sophomore from West Delaware. Weight class 113, and this is round 4. So we've got Alex Linderwell, I believe, in the wings over there waiting. So he'll probably be up next. There's 4 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it. Paka from Muscatine with a very solid 8-0 win over Brad Roush from West Delaware. Again, a couple of minor position mistakes for Roush, and that let Paka score some big-time near-fall points. So, Jamie, again, correctable mistakes from the youthful wrestlers from West Delaware. And again, you see the Hawk coaching staff taking some notes. Right off the edge of the mat, Coach Litter grabs Brad Roush, and he's showing him some stuff right when it's fresh on their mind. So that's good coaching.
That is, and that's what it's going to take. You know, it's going to take some little pointers as we're back right on mat number 3 at 138 pounds. We've got Alex Linderwell from West Delaware. He's a junior taking on Patrick Schwartzoff, a junior from Davenport Assumption. Schwartzoff is 2-0 on the day. Linderwell is 0-3 on the day.
Yeah, so this is going to be what a headlock by Linderwell. He had Schwartzoff in trouble momentarily and didn't finish that. Boy, I'll tell you what. He had Schwartzoff on his side going to his back and didn't slide his hips down. And that let Schwartzoff roll through, and then he popped up on top of Linderwell for a 2-point takedown. Now he's got Linderwell's right arm trapped between his legs. He's got a ball and chain hooked up, and he hooks the right elbow of Linderwell looking for a tilt. Now he gets rid of the ball and chain and goes to a chicken wing on the right side, and Linderwell goes belly down. So a good scramble to start this match at 138. Schwartzoff, a junior. So Assumption has some youth in their lineup also. So they're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together to have another successful campaign this year. There's a cross body ride by Schwartzoff on the left side, slapped the leg in on Linderwell. Linderwell tried to come up to a stand-up, and Schwartzoff slapped a cross body ride in. Now a power half Nelson is going to pick up 2. Linderwell can get up high leg over. Linderwell is going to pick up a 2-point reversal. Maybe. Oh, boy, all he had to do was finish the move. Linderwell had a roll through on Schwartzoff. All he had to do was scoop the left knee, and Schwartzoff would have went right to his back. And Schwartzoff bailed out of it and came up on top of Linderwell. Now Linderwell, with 4 seconds left to go, is fighting off his back. Our referee's looking for the fall. It's going to be a 3-point near fall, and those are the things that haunt you, Jamie. The closeness of that was a potential 2 and a potential 5-point move, and you don't get it.
And you didn't get anything out of it. So that's tough, and that's something. Again, that's something you're gonna have to learn into and develop into here with moving forward here.
And we're going to get a caution on Schwartzoff, trying to start just a little bit early. He's going to ride the the left side of Linderwell. Then he's going to pop over to the right side. He's got that right arm of Linderwell trapped, and he's looking to set up probably a ball and chain. He puts a cross body right in on the left side of Linderwell. So Alex has some work to do countering this leg attack by this junior from Davenport Assumption. Cross body ride, now he goes cross face to far arm. That 1:22 left to go in the second period. 7-0 lead for Patrick Schwartzoff. Inside wrist on the left side now by Schwartzoff. Short sit attempt by Linderwell. And Schwartzoff doing a great job keeping the head and chest of Linderwell down on the mat. Linderwell trying to get his base back up underneath and having a tough go of it right now. The pressure put on Schwartzoff, that Schwartzoff is putting on Linderwell is very, very heavy right now. Jamie, on mat number 2, I believe we have Alex Reitz up.
Yep. Alex Reitz, he's taking on Chris Bridges from Davenport Assumption. Bridges 1-2 on the day.
Tough match.
And Reitz coming in here, he's 1-1.
So tough match. Both of these have been beaten by Pryor from Waterloo East, so something's got to give here. This might be for the silver medal, Jamie, the winner of this match potentially. All right, restart. Linderwell, nice stand up. Splits the hands of Schwartzoff. Schwartzoff drops in on a single. Hard whizzer by Linderwell. Off the edge of the mat they go, and we're going to get a restart. Nice stand up by Linderwell. Again, you're working on small successes here. Getting better every match you go out. 26 seconds left to go, second period. Far knee, far ankle for Schwartzoff. Drops Linderwell back down to his base. Now an inside wrist on the right side. Look for that cross body to come in on the left side by Schwartzoff. Schwartzoff now goes over to the right side of Linderwell with an inside wrist. Reitz and Bridges 1-0. Reitz picked up a 1 point, Jamie. I'm not sure, was that a penalty point? Well, we'll see what happens there. Bridges is a roly-poly guy, so Reitz is going to have to tighten everything up here on a shot. Minute and a half just underway. Weight class 160 with Alex Reitz. There's a high crotch attempt by Bridges. Reitz in, over and under. He's going to try to launch Bridges, and Bridges finds the outside edge of the mat, so we've got to go back to the center. 1 point escape. Then we're going to start neutral with Linderwell. Linderwell and Schwartzoff are going to go neutral. Linderwell in on a single. Hard down block by Schwartzoff. He's going to hit a go behind and pick up a two-point takedown. Now he's going to cut Linderwell loose. No points yet. There's a 1 point for Linderwell.
6 seconds in, Reitz got a penalty point. So I'm not sure if it was grabbing the headgear or what it was here, but we're neutral. 51 seconds left to go in this first period, and Alex Reitz with a 1-0 lead.
And Schwartzoff cuts Linderwell loose and drops in on a single. 1 point escape for Linderwell. 2 point takedown for Schwartzoff. Schwartzoff scoops the left leg into a Turk. Now goes cross face far arm on Linderwell. Could be some back points here. Referee's counting right now, back points.
Bear hug here by, what a move. What nice job. And Reitz is going to pick up two as Bridges just bear hugged and was trying to body lock Reitz to the mat. Reitz was about to go to his back, and he just kind of shifted a little bit, and Bridges went down, and Reitz was able to keep his feet in bounds and pick up a 2 point takedown. Alex Reitz leads at 3-0 here. 31 seconds left to go in this first period.
Well, that was a good display of the athleticism, Jamie, of Reitz. He could have went down to his back very, very easily. Linderwell giving up three back points. It's 14-1 now with 19 seconds left, and Schwartzoff's going to cut him loose. It's 14-2. Schwartzoff looking for a tech fall here. 10 seconds left to go. There's a single again by Schwartzoff. Nice whizzer by Linderwell. Let's see if he can fight through this. He's going to try to roll Schwartzoff through, and that's going to do it. No takedown, but it's going to be a 14-2 decision.
Major decision.
Major decision for Patrick Schwartzoff, the junior from Davenport Assumption. So let's slip over here to Reitz and Bridges. This is quite a match at weight class 160, 3-1, as Bridges picked up a 1-point escape after the takedown. Alex Reitz he's a good scrambler. I'll tell you what, he's going to take all the scrambling ability he's got right here to work him to win this match. Nice stand-up, back trip by Bridges. Reitz back up, working nice hand control. Lift and return by Bridges. Reitz back up to his feet. High leg over by Reitz. Locked hands by Bridges. And we're going to get a 1-point technical violation against Bridges for locking hands. Reitz is going to pick up a point.
Bridges kind of looking at his coaches like, can't believe he called that on me. But you lock hands, you're going to get called every time. But Reitz has got to do that. Just keep moving, keep that motion going, and try to get out of there.
Well, he did that against Pryor, too. Pryor picked up a couple of penalty points, too. And that's just by moving. Again, you can't set. If you're Alex Reitz, you can't sit right here. You got to give. Oh, there's a cradle by Bridges. He's got Reitz in trouble. Boy, you got to break it. Nice job. What happens is you got to get back to his feet and get back into that scramble mode. Here comes a cradle by Bridges. He's got it locked up. Nice hand control. 1-point escape by Reitz.
And that's what Reitz had to do is Reitz had to keep moving here. Reitz had to keep moving to get out of there and try to move up, and he did it. He got the escape, so he leads now 5-1 with 1:20 left to go in that second period over there.
All right, here we go. 5-1 lead, and Jamie, you can't keep wrestling. Assumption's not gonna. They're not gonna quit. You've wrestled a nice. You wrestled a nice half a match up to this point, but you got to keep wrestling. You got to keep the motion. Reitz is doing a nice job working that head of Bridges. Bridges now with a collar tie on Reitz. Bridges has a really nice high crotch. Reitz has to move his feet. There's that high crotch by Bridges. He's in deep. Nice crossface far arm by Reitz. He missed the ankle. He went to crossface far arm, missed the ankle of Bridges. And Bridges is probably going to pick up 2. If you reach, you got to bail out here and give up the 2. There's a 2-point takedown. It's 5-3 right now. Boy, he had the hard crossface from right to left. Went down to grab the right ankle of Bridges to slap him to his back, and he missed it. We might get potentially dangerous right here. We're going to get potentially dangerous. Nice move there by Reitz as he scooped the ankle and went to back trip Bridges. The referee stopped for potentially dangerous. 20 seconds left. If you could score one right here. Jamie, you've got a football update.
Yeah, that changed in a real big hurry, didn't it? Wartburg was up, 33-16. Wisconsin Whitewater has just stormed back. They've scored twice in a row now, and Wartburg now leading by 3, 33-30 with 7:24 left to go in that ball game. So the Knights have to hold on, and unfortunately Whitewater's got it down at the Wartburg 29-yard line. So they're going to have to hold strong here.
Well, you're not the defending national champions for nothing here, Jamie. Nice stand-up by Reitz. Locked hands again by Bridges. Locked hands. There's your 1 point now. If he could get one more. Next lock hand. Oh, there's 2, Jamie. Next one's a DQ. That's 1, 1, and 2. 1, 1, and 2. Well, if you reach, you might try it again. Try to do something to cause him to lock it up again. Nice movement, nice scramble, nice job with 2 seconds left. It's going to be Reitz's choice.
Go down.
Bridges' choice.
Oh, Bridges' choice. I was going to say, if you're Alex Reitz, go down.
Now you got to keep wrestling here if you're Alex Reitz. You got 2 minutes. This is going to be a huge win for him. This would be a huge win. Tries to slap a half Nelson in. Bridges comes right to a stand-up. It's 7-4 now. That was pretty easy for Bridges. Right into that stand-up. 147 and counting. Alex Reitz needs a solid takedown here doing a good job working the head. He's got to turn that into a shot. 135, working the head of Bridges. Can't reach too much here, Jamie, or leave your legs open for a shot. That high crotch by Bridges, he's got a good one. He shoots it to the right side. So be nice if Reitz could stagger that other foot, keep that right foot back and lead with his left. 1:13 left to go in this match, 7-3. Very solid match for Alex Reitz. There's that single to the right side. Bridges is in deep. Nice down block by Reitz. Reitz trying to scoop an ankle. Tell you what, this is all about being in good position here, balance. Bridges is going to lift up, elevate Reitz. Reitz is on his hip. You really don't want to be on your hip. But Reitz finds himself there. Bridges is trying to pull his head out. Reitz is trying to hang on for dear life. This could be two and back. Got to try to get your hips back out if you're Alex Reitz. Reitz hanging on to the right ankle of Bridges. Might get a stalemate. There's your stalemate. Good call by our official.
Yeah.
That's a little too close for comfort there, Jamie.
It is, and you got 34 seconds here, Alex. You gotta keep moving here.
That's exactly what coaching staff there, Coach Phillips, is saying. Hey, keep working the head. Get hand control. Tie his wrists up. Don't give him a shot. 30 seconds left. Reitz might get a stalling call here, Jamie. He's got to keep moving. High hands by Reitz, working the head of Bridges from Assumption. 19 seconds left to go. Reitz trying to get inside position.
We got Brett Roush down there on mat number 1, too. Brett Roush leading 2-0. He's taking on Brennan Lunsford from Fairfield.
Okay, very good. So 10 seconds away. Alex Reitz is 10 seconds away. We're going to get a caution. Caution against Bridges for shooting too soon. This would be a huge win, Jamie, for Reitz. Bridges now trying to get a little ornery here. A little frustration starting to set in for the wrestler from Assumption. Reitz might get called for stalling here. Bridges taking 1, 2, 3 shots. That's it. 7-4 win. That's a good one there, Jamie.
Yeah, that's what Alex Reitz needed. You know, now he's 2-1 on the day and looking for hopefully right now you got to win and hope for. Did you say they were both beaten by Pryor?
Yeah, so he has the
and Pryor got beat by Fellstool. So really, I think if Reitz can somehow beat Alec Fellstool from Decorum, that's probably possibly your championship there because Fellstool also beat Bridges 9-5. So you know it's. Alex Reitz is going to have to wrestle well and get in there if he wants to get in there as we're moving up to weight class. I believe that's Brady Antones in there.
Brady Antones.
On mat number 2.
Weight class 182. He's taking on, that would be somebody from, is that Fairfield or East? That's Fairfield here.
Yes, Bryce Lunsford.
Bryce Lunsford from Fairfield. Okay. Lunsford has Antones on his back, and Antones is trying to roll him through. He does roll him through. He gets rolled right back to his back. Now you got to let go with your right hand and go back to your stomach on the far side. Brett Roush still was hanging on to a 2-1. He's hanging on to a 2-1 lead. 2-1 lead, and there's going to be a sit-out turn-in by Roush. And you got to get your 1 there. Get your 1, then your 2. Sit out, turn in. He's facing, let's see, that's from Fairfield again. Lunsford. Thank you, Jamie.
What was the time on that?
Oh, boy, that was quick. That was about
1:17 left.
Antones.
Yeah. 43.
43 seconds?
Yep. I got to start. It always takes me a little while to count wrestling again. Be able to add times.
So those must be the Lunsford twins from Fairfield, or brothers. Roush is wrestling a Lunsford, and Antones had a Lunsford. Roush is up 5-1 now, Jamie, looking pretty solid. Putting together a solid match here so far. He's got a half Nelson, he's on the wrong side now. He's jumped sides. He's got a half Nelson. He's getting a little bit high riding. Got over the top of Lunsford. Lunsford's had Lunsford grabbed a hold of the head of Roush, and hopefully he doesn't pull him under. He's going to try to stack Roush up. Roush got high riding. That's going to be a 2-point reversal. And it might be 2 back. This match might be tied up. Let's see what our official scores it. Oh, it's going to be 1 both up. No reversal and no back. Brett Roush got very high with that half Nelson. That half Nelson was in very deep. He got high with it, and Lunsford just basically popped his hips up, and Roush went up over the top, and Lunsford had a hold of his head. That could have been disastrous. That could have been a 2 and 3 or a 2 and a fall. So, unbelievable turn of events there.
And Wisconsin Whitewater has taken the lead with a touchdown, 37-33. Wartburg just punted the ball back with 5:03 left to go in the ballgame.
That's a remarkable comeback, Jim.
Yeah, that was quick, too. Because when we started, it was 14 minutes left to go in the ball game, and next thing you know, it was 33-30 with 12 minutes left to go in the ball game. So I'll have to look a little bit on how the points came so quick, because
that's 3 unanswered. That's 21 unanswered points. So yeah, you know that can happen in a hurry. You know, these days of rapid fire offenses, it doesn't take a lot to score a lot of points if you've got the quarterback, if you've got the weapons to do it. Okay, Lunsford's got his nose taken care of. We're back to action. Neutral, we're on our feet. 5-2. Brett Roush still up. Let's see if we can put together a solid third period here and win this match. And Coach Payton down in the corner there offering some encouragement to his 170-pounder. There's a Kelly by Lunsford, and nice job by Roush. Bellied out of it and did not let Lunsford finish the Kelly or fireman's carry. Lunsford's choice, he's going to go down. If you're Brett Roush now, you got to ride. Control hips. Control hips. See if he can pick up an ankle. There's a hard chop to a tight waist. Lunsford up on all fours. Nice job. Spiral ride now by Roush. He has Lunsford belly down to the left center of the mat, working inside wrist. Hard crossface now by Roush from right to left. Right across the bridge of the nose of Lunsford, trying to work a crossface cradle. Our referee's probably going to tell Roush to get out to the side here momentarily. Roush getting a little bit high again. He's in front of the arms. And again, Jamie, that's a killer every time when you start riding in front of the arms instead of behind it.
Yeah, and that's that's basic. Those are the basic things that you really got to work on, and you go back to the fundamentals, and you got to stay behind the arms. That's one of the things you're taught very early. Just stay behind the arms, don't get too high, and that's kind of when you do it, it's kind of that cardinal sin.
And Roush gets high riding, and Lunsford is going to score a 2-point reversal. It's 5-4. Now there's a 1-point escape by Roush. It's 6-4 with 55 seconds to go. Here's where you got to win this close match right here. You got to keep wrestling. Set up a shot. Set up one good shot here. You could take Lunsford down. Lunsford now trying to measure Roush, trying to look for a single or a double of his own here. 39 seconds left. Weight class 170. This is round number 4. Roush will have one more match. He'll take on Burke from Davenport Assumption in round 5. Tell you what, 4 tough matches on this day. That's a good workout. Plus you had 2 tough ones last night, so you've got 6 matches in the span of 36 hours. 27 seconds left. Time counting. Now if you're Brett Roush, you got to work some hand control here. Keep him away from your legs. 20 seconds left to go. Keep him on the edge of the mat. Referee's going to bring him back to the center. 18 seconds left to go. Third period. Fairfield coach up out of his seat. Brett Roush now, you just can't tie up. There's a long shot by Lunsford. Nice down block by Roush. He's stuffing the head of Lunsford. 11 seconds left to go. Another long shot by Lunsford. Lunsford in. Nice go behind attempt by Roush. 3 seconds left on the edge of the mat. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to do it. Nice win. Brett Roush is going to pick up a 6-4 win
That's a great job by Brett Roush, you know. And he's had, that's his third tough match. You know, he had two tough matches earlier. He got tech followed by a very good Quallen Phillips and a tough loss to Luke Dixon from Decorah. But a great way to fight back and get a win there. And just kind of, you know, you got to get that first win of the season, and then you can really go from there and really start battling and improving. And I think you need that confidence to get that going. And what better way to get it than a good win in the Hawk tournament?
Those are some things you can build on right there, and that's exactly what the coaches, Voss and Peyton, down the corner talking to their youngster about right now. Hey, that's a close match that you won. That's one you can build on, and hey, have at it. Well, let's spy the crowd here, Jamie. We see some orange and black. We see Owen Ward maybe on deck on mat number 2. Coming up down on the far side. Down the far side, we see some West Delaware wrestlers loosen up, so they will be next up. We've got 16 seconds left to go on the match in front of us.
Take a look at, try to get some updates here from this Independence tournament as we'll refresh our page here, kind of let you know. We'll take a look at where we got Starmont and Independence in that tournament. I'm not sure if do we have any other area teams in that? I don't think we do.
No.
It's Independence and the Stars. So we'll take a look at this here. There's a lot of good teams in that bracket, or in that tournament. They're over in Independence. Take a look. We'll just go through the area kids that are, going to place there as going for 5th and 6th from Independence at 106 pounds is Jarrett Orr. I do not see a Starmont 106-pounder, weight class 113. And I don't know who the unattached teams are here either. That's Taylor Wolfcool from Independence is knocked out of the tournament. Cody Clee from Starmont is going for 5th and 6th place at 113 pounds. At 120 pounds, we've got Mitch Evans from Independence is in the championship match. He'll take on Brandon Mayer from Crestwood. No Starmont star in that weight class 126. Mitchell Hayes from Starmont went 1 and 2 on the day for the Stars. And Independence, see an Independence wrestler at weight class 126. 132. Take a look at weight class 132. For Starmont, Christian Bird went 0 and 2 on the day. And for Independence, Tanner Anderson Dale went 0 and 2 on the day. Weight class 138. As a big upset today, Hunter Washburn was knocked out by Josh Wenger from Cedar Rapids Prairie. And also at weight class 138, Peyton Olting from Independence went 0 and 2 on the day. No Starmont star at weight class 138. 145. Take a look down through here. For Starmont, Hunter Bachtel went 0 and 2 on the day. Elliott Ryan from Independence is going for 7th and 8th place. Weight class 152, Chase Straw is in the championship. He'll take on Toby Northrup from Linmar in the championship match there. As no Starmont star at 152, weight class 160. Take a look down through weight class 160. Jake Jewell is in the championship. He'll take on Shea Hartzler from Linmar.
Jamie, sorry to interrupt you. Up in front of us, that was a quick fall. Caleb Zeezer for West Delaware went down to a quick fall to Betchick from Waterloo East before we could get going here. That was down and out. Bedjick with a snap and a half Nelson, and through Zeezer.
That was Bedjick's third fall out of 3 matches today, so very good wrestler there at heavyweight for Waterloo East. Weight class 170, Kelvin Geyer from Starmont went 0 and 2 on the day. Nick Holt from Independence is going for 3rd and 4th place for the Mustangs. Weight class 182, Logan Williams from Independence is wrestling for 7th and 8th place. Devin Bumgarner from Starmont went 0-2 on the day for the Stars. Weight class 195. Should be Matt McMillan from Independence. He is in the semifinal round against Taylor Maiman from Cedar Rapids Prairie. And weight class 220. Keith Olhauser from Starmont went 0-2 on the day for the Stars. Jason Grover from Independence is wrestling for 5th and 6th place. And at heavyweight, Austin Larkin from Independence is in the semifinals against Robbie Carruthers from Alburnett. And that is take a look at the team scores here for that tournament. Independence, last check, we're in 3rd place in that tournament. Get an updated score. Apple Valley leads with 191.5 points. Apple Valley, Minnesota, that is. Cedar Rapids Prairie in 2nd place, 159. 3rd place Independence with 135. They hold a half-point lead over Osage in 4th place. Starmont in 14th place with 10 points in that tournament.
Jamie, we've got a couple West Delaware Hawks out in front of us. Logan Riley wrestling for the gold medal here, taking on a very good Kyler Lowe from Waterloo East. He's a senior. And the Lowe out early with a 2-point takedown on Riley, making the score 2-0. He's got a cradle locked up. Logan's going to try to fight his way out of it. There's a cradle, and cradle by Lowe. Riley's giving up some back points there, going to give up at least 2. Out in front of us, Cole Engel from West Delaware is taking on Thompson, James Thompson, the senior from Muscatine, who was 13-27 last year. And Engel is taking a 5-0 lead into the 2nd period. Escape by Riley, making it 4-1 going into the 2nd period.
That's going to do it in Wisconsin. It was 4th and 10. Wartburg had to go for it with 1:33 left to go. Pass falls incomplete. It looks like Whitewater with Wartburg with 1 timeout remaining, 1:33. It's not going to matter as Wartburg is going to fall, and their undefeated season and wonderful season is going to come to an end as they're going to lose to Whitewater, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, 37-33 after they were up 33-16 to start that 4th quarter. That one's going to hurt.
That one's going to be a hard one. You're going to taste that all the way back to Waverly, Jamie, and the what-ifs and coulda, shoulda, wouldas are going to haunt you for quite a while. Yeah, that's just, you hate to see that, but like you said, a fine season for the Knights. I'm not sure anybody expected them to be there, but tell you what, they had the returning national champs on the ropes and couldn't deliver the knockout punch. Engel with the chicken wing on the left side of Thompson. And Logan Riley now trying to work a 1-point escape here as Kyler Lowe is climbing his body. And I'm telling you what, a couple of these Waterloo East wrestlers, Jamie, I'm very impressed with. And this is one of them right here. This Kyler Lowe is just like a leech on Logan Riley. He's working the hips, running tight waist, inside. Now he comes with a hard cross face from left to right. He's got the right arm of Logan Riley tied up. And with 1:02 left to go, he tries to throw a cross body right in. Let's see if Logan Riley can work his way out of this. He needs a 2-point reversal in a big way, or at least a 1-point escape. He chose down.
Another tilt over here by Cole Engel as he's going to pick up near fall. He's already leads at 10-0 here over James Thompson from Muscatine. He's going to pick up. You get 3 more. It is going to be 3 more, 13-0. 20 seconds left to go in the second period over here for Cole Engel.
That's a good way to, this is his last match of the day also, so this would be a 3rd place for him if he wins this match. Restart after stalemate on the center mat with Kyler Lowe and Logan Riley. And Lowe puts a cross body ride right back in on Riley, and it's cranking that right leg. Now he picks up the right arm. He's trying to switch through. 23 seconds left to go. Riley trying to switch through. Banana split attempt by Lowe. He's got a banana split in, and we're going to call that potentially dangerous as he was splitting the legs of Logan Riley. That's it right there. 2-point takedown by Engel. He's going to win the match 15-0.
17-0.
17. He got 2 and 2. That's a good way to end your day, Jamie.
That is. That's a great job by Cole Engel, coming out here. And, that match there was the difference between 3rd and 4th place, and he's going to come out of here with 3rd place today.
That's exactly what you're after. And a stand-up by Riley. Lowe drops in. Lowe drops in on that single. And that was a 2-minute ride. Logan Riley took down to start that period, and that was a 2-minute ride. Looks like some of the Hawks have their championship singlets on here, Jamie.
Wrestling for the championship. Down here in front of us is Bennett Cole. Has Bennett Cole 2-0 on the day, taking on Nicholas Johnson from Davenport Assumption.
Logan Riley and Kyler Lowe going at it. And Lowe takes down to start the second period, and Logan Riley has some work to do. Kyler Lowe working some hand control as Logan Riley comes in front of the arms again. Lowe's going to grab that right arm and post it and try to get himself out. Riley keeps a tight waist with his left. Kyler Lowe's going to try to turn into Logan Riley. Logan adjusts himself back up on top. He's got the right heel of Kyler Lowe spiked. Boy, could set up a drive cradle right there if he could get his right arm back. Kyler Lowe works it out, and he's going to pick up a no escape yet as Riley's going to take him off the edge of the mat. We're going to get a restart with Kyler Lowe still down. Out in front of us, Bennett Cole. Bennett Cole for the West Delaware Hawks. Finds himself down now, 2-0, probably 5-0 as Nicholas Johnson from Assumption has the legs in and working a power half Nelson. Tell you what, they're just lethal with those legs.
Down there on the far side is Ben Litter taking the mat for the Hawks as he's taking on Tony Mendoza from Muscatine. 1:05 left to go, and Litter trails 4-1. 2 takedowns and an escape for Litter. Two takedowns for Mendoza, escape for Litter, and now Litter finding himself on his back, but he's fighting off. He's going to come up. He's going to square up with Mendoza and he's facing him right now and trying to come up, squared up with him. He fought off his back, which is good. It's going to be a 3-point near fall. It's going to be 7-1 now, but a nice job there with 35 seconds left to go in the first period.
And on the center mat, Jamie, Logan Riley tried a turn on Kyler Lowe, got himself a little bit high, and you got to try something. And
Bennett Cole giving up 3-point near fall down here at the end of period number 1 as well, and he's going to trail 5-0 here.
There's going to be a 1-point escape, and that's going to be It's going to be a 6-0 win for Kyler Lowe.
6-2.
6-2, excuse me. Thank you very much. Lowe's going to win 6-2. So Riley will take the silver medal here today. That's a solid match. Now again, close. Things to build on.
So Riley's going to finish his day 1-1 as he defeated Anthony Fan of Davenport Assumption, winning that match by fall and losing to Kyler Lowe from Waterloo East by the final score of 6-2. So Riley will finish in second place today.
Now we got Owen Ward taking on Devin Stortz from Decorah. Stortz is a junior. Last year he compiled a record of 19-20. So Owen Ward 10-8 last year on the varsity. So a couple of evenly matched wrestlers here. We'll see if the Hawks can pick up their first champion here today. Bennett Cole down 6-0. Right now we're neutral in the second period.
And down there on the far side, Ben Litter trails 10-1 with 1:45 left to go in the third period. Just underway. Litter's down to start the period. It is 10-2 in favor of Tony Mendoza. Again, Muscatine, a sophomore. Ben Litter, a freshman for West Delaware.
Bennett Cole trying to capture the gold medal, as is Owen Ward here. Owen Ward, low single attempt on Stortz. Front headlock attempt on Stortz. Stortz trying to cut the corner. And off the edge of the mat they go. Stortz has that drive cradle locked up, and he's going to try to... Oh, he didn't give him 2.
Wanted to.
He did. He thought he was refereeing college wrestling. That would have been 2.
It would have been 2 in college. It's 3-point near fall down there. It's 15-2 now in favor of Tony Mendoza over Ben Litter with 50 seconds left to go in the third period. So Ben Litter squares up. He was just on his back, and he's doing a great job. He's fighting off, and now Mendoza, just a little whip over, is going to catch Litter on his back again. This will do it, as it'll be a tech fall or a pin, as Mendoza looking for the fall. on Ben Litter.
Got a scramble in the middle on mat number 2. What a scramble between Ward and Storts. Ward's got the feet or the ankles of Storts wrapped up and tried to roll through. Unbelievable scramble. Thought Owen Ward was going to pick up 2 and then thought Storts was going to get the reversal and ended up neither one scoring any points at all. But what a scramble by 2 quality wrestlers right here.
Tech fall down there. 18-2 the final. Ben Litter's going to finish his day 0-3 after losing by Tech fall down there. So Tony Mendoza with the Tech fall. Just a few seconds left. Again, great job there. And that's one thing, you talked about wanting to fight off your back, and that's what Ben Litter did. He didn't want to give up a fall in that match, and he kept fighting off his back, and got to love the effort out there.
Oh, there's Bennett Cole trying to launch. Oh, he gets caught on his back. He tried to launch the wrestler from Assumption. He tried to launch Johnson, and Johnson sagged. Then he tried to roll him through, and he ended up flat on his back. So Johnson will win by a fall.
420.
In 420. So Cole will pick up the silver medal here today. And what great idea, right idea. He had the pressure. He just didn't get his hips through. And again, Jamie, we talked about that all the time. Sometimes you win by the throw, sometimes you die by the throw, and that was an opportunity. That was one where you died by the throw right there. There's going to be a 3-point near fall, Jamie, for Owen Ward as he threw Storts on his back on the edge of the mat, and he picked up 3. He's now leading 3-0. Outstanding job by Owen Ward trying to be the Hawks' first champion here today in this tournament.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's
the only
last one alive that can.
Yes, indeed. So he's under a minute the second period, doing a nice job. He's got Storts belly down on the center of the mat, working an inside wrist. Inside wrist with the left arm. Storts doing a nice job backing over it, freeing that left arm. Now Storts comes to a stand-up, and Ward's going to cut him loose. It's 3-1 right now with 42 seconds left to go. What a match this is. We talked about the quality of competition. High crotch by Ward. He's in deep on the right side of Storts. Storts straightens the leg and fights him off. On the edge of the mat they go. We're going to get a restart. Great shot by Ward. He got in deep. And a nice job of by Storts fighting that shot off. Heavy hips and heavy legs. 25 seconds left to go. There's a John Smith single by Ward. He's in deep. He's got Storts sitting on his hip. Let's see if he can finish it. Great shot by Owen Ward. John Smith single right to the laces of Storts from Decorah. Devin Storts covered the hips, picked up 2, 6 seconds left to go. Tell you what, that 5-1 lead looks a lot better than the 3-1 lead going into the third period. We got 1 second left to go in the second period. What a match right there. I'll tell you what, outstanding. Some outstanding wrestling we've seen this early tournament. Jamie, some of these wrestlers only have 1 or 2 matches under their belts. And I'll tell you what, they're wrestling like it's mid-season. And it's going to be Owen Ward's choice, and he's going to take up and ride. See if he can turn Storts over again. He's going to ride the right side of Storts. There's the whistle, tight waist. Slides over to the left side, tight waist with the right, chop with the left. He's got Storts belly down off the center of the mat. That's a solid ride by Owen Ward. This is weight class 132. And Ward now trying to tilt Storts again. We saw that earlier at the end of the first period. Let's see. Oh, got 1,000, 1,002 count out of it. Give us the 2, Mr. Official. Got that tight waist tilt. And boy, got 1,001. That had to be about 1,001 3/4 count from our official. No points, though, for Owen Ward. He's up 5-1 with 1:13. Storts up to his feet. Stand up. It's 5-2 now. Long shot by Ward in deep. Double underhook now by Storts. Front headlock now by Storts. 1:02 left to go. Short drag by Ward, trying to get himself out of it and around Storts. Storts is going to come to his feet and push Ward free. On the edge of the mat we go. Long single by Storts. Nice down block by Ward. 50 seconds left to go. 5-2 is your lead. Great wrestling by both wrestlers right here. This is the gut check time. Your legs feel a little bit rubbery. Your lungs are starting to burn. You got 44 seconds left to go in the match. There's a tap and go by Storts. He's in deep on a single. Nice down block by Ward. 32 seconds left to go. Ward stuffing the head of Storts. Probably going to get a stalemate. Gut wrench attempt by Ward as he tries to knock Storts to his side. Now front headlock by Ward. Well, as soon as he went to that front headlock, Storts took 2 steps in. Now he's got Ward picked up. 13 seconds left to go. Ward hanging on. And Storts is going to pick up 2. 5-2. Or 5-4. 5 seconds left. Storts is going to try to step in and Turk Ward. Hard crossface now by Storts from right to left. That's going to do it. A solid match there. Ward's going to pick up a 5-4 win in the gold medal. Wasn't quite the finish you wanted, Jamie, but it's a win. A win is a win is a win.
That's a nice job there by Owen Ward. You know, I don't know the last time West Delaware didn't have someone win this tournament, but I tell you what, he did a great job of keeping it that way.
Well, you want to keep the string going. So great job there. We should have Harrison Goebel is standing
He's
in
on
the wings.
Deck over here on mat 3. Who else we got coming up?
Got some wrestlers in the wings to finish up their day. While we wait for Harrison Goebel, let's take a short time out. We'll catch our breath after that exciting 5-4 match by Owen Ward and Devin Storts. What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we talked about the quality of the competition here, and that was one of the matches that was well worth the price of admission today in the Cedar Gymnasium. Let's take a short time out. We'll be right back with more hold-by-hold action from the Cedar Gymnasium here on 94.7 KMCH.
Along with in-studio producer Janelle Tucker, Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed back with you inside the Seedorf Gymnasium. They shut the air off a little bit. I don't think it's blowing as much as it was before. As the final rounds are upon us, the action is heating up, and the Hawks are back to action here. Is it right here in front of us? It's Harrison Goebel. He's taking on Reed Upton from Decorah, as Upton on the day is 0-2. As is Harrison Goebel. So a winnable match here for Harrison Goebel. Just got to come out here and take care of business.
This is for the bronze medal, Jamie, so you got a little motivation here. Number one, you don't want to come out of here 0-3, and number two, you're fighting for a place on the award stand, and you're fighting for that bronze medal, and that's a place where if you're Harrison Goebel, that's where you want to start. Both of these guys are long, tall, lanky wrestlers. Tell you what, Goebel's going to grow into that body eventually. There's a nice snap down by Goebel, but he snapped Upton right into his leg. Now a hard whizzer by Goebel. He's stuffing the head of Upton. Let's see if he can kick that leg free. Upton reaches in and latches 2 hands onto that single. He's got Goebel up off the mat now. Goebel trying to push his way off the mat. Still a whizzer by Goebel. See if some of that balance can pay off for the freshman from West Delaware. 1:03 left to go. Upton still got that right leg of Goebel picked up. Goebel with a whizzer. He's fighting the hands of Upton. Upton now trying to back trip Goebel. Goebel again very tall, and that's nothing for him to stay stretched out in this position. Upton trying to come around the head of Goebel. Not sure you want to do that. Goebel might have Upton on his back. Boy, if he can free right there, kick his leg free, that's got to be 2 and back. 2 and 2. 2 takedown for Harrison Goebel. I'll tell you what, that was very, very close. Good balance by the freshman from West Delaware, showing a little flexibility, a little elasticity in those hamstrings as Upton had that single way up in the air, and those long limbs of Harrison Goebel paid dividends right there. Let's see if he can go to work now on the junior from Decorah. Head lever on the right side by Goebel. He's going to put that right into a chicken wing on the right side. He's got it locked up. Let's see if he can throw Upton to his back. He's got Upton going. He's got 13 seconds. He's got time to pick up 2. He's got Upton on his back. There's the fall. Harrison Goebel with the fall in 1:53 for the bronze medal. That's just the way you teach it. That's just the way you show it. that's just the way you get the job done, and that's how you end the day, Jamie. Solid match there for the freshman.
It was a great job there for Harrison Goebel. And, you know, that's another one. He got a big win last night up in against Clear Lake. And, you know, you just kind of, you could see that, you know, hearing that crowd erupt for the first time like they did here for that fall for him. That's just, you couldn't ask for a better feeling as a freshman, and to come out here and get a big pin here, finish your day on a high note, and then go back to work and get ready to go back to work.
Yeah, and he was the only freshman in this bracket. You got third-ranked Tristan Finch. You know, he went the 6 minutes with Finch. It was it wasn't quite 6, but he didn't get pinned. It was 19-2 tech fall. And then he went a solid match with the senior from Muscatine, Dalton Hart, who was 16-18, had 16 varsity wins last year. He lost that match 12-5, and he was a couple of positions away from scoring some big points. So to come back and be the only freshman in that bracket and to win by a fall, that's a huge way to finish. All right, now we got out in front of us there, Jamie. We got Weeks. Let's check out the weight class there. Weight class 195. Cooper Weeks taking off from Muscatine. Jacob Coswell. He's a sophomore, and Coswell in deep on a double on Weeks, climbed the body and slapped Cooper Weeks to his back. So Cooper Weeks finding a tough day here again. This is a tough weight bracket here at weight class 195. And Cooper Weeks is going to his back here. And Coswell has got Weeks on his back. Our referee looking ready to slap the mat. 1:06 left to go. Weeks is trying hard to keep that right shoulder up. Down in front of us is Brad Roush going at it for his last match of the day. So we've got another West Delaware Decorah matchup at weight class 113. So Brad Roush is earning the spurs here today. There's a fall in 112. Cowazell from Muscatine wins by a fall in 112. So that'll do it for Cooper Weeks. He'll finish in 4th place there. But you know what, Jamie? It takes a lot of heart. It takes a lot of guts to put that singlet on and step out in there one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and wrestle. And Cooper Weeks put his best foot forward today in a very tough weight bracket.
Yeah, especially at 195 and he's not a real big 195 pounder. So that was a tough weight class for Cooper Weeks to be in today.
Well, you're exactly right. Well, let's go back down here to mat number 3 and Brad Roush taking on from Decorah. This is Corbin Rowley. He's a freshman, so no varsity record last year. This is a winnable match here for Brad Roush. Let's see if he can finish his day on a high note. Right now he is 1-3. This will at least close the gap here a little bit. 53 seconds left to go. And Roush and Rowley are doing a lot of hand fighting here. Roush was in on a double, but they ran off the edge of the mat with it. So our referee sent him back to the middle. So there's a nice double again by Roush. He's off the edge of the mat. He's got to shoot that shot in the middle so he can make it count. That's Coach Payton in the corner there saying, hey, shoot that in the middle and then pop your head to the outside, and you'll have that. Rowley's giving him straight pressure. Snap that head down. There's a double by Rowley in deep. Nice down block by Roush. He picks up the left ankle. Now a hard cross face. He's got to lift that ankle and pull that arm across, and he'd have a takedown plus back points. There's a 2-point takedown by Roush. Now he's got to cover the hips. Steps over the ankle of Rowley. Now he's trying to set up a cross-face cradle with it. Take that head to the knee and lock it up. 8 seconds left. He's got it locked up, and Rowley stretches forward. Now Roush goes to a far arm, and the clock's going to run out. Nice takedown right at the end of the period there. And Roush is going to go down. Roush will go down. Again, losing a tough match, 4-2 to Baldwin from Davenport Assumption in round 2. Then winning over Peeber from Fairfield 10-8. Then losing a tough match to Good from Waterloo East 7-3. And then Paca from Muscatine with a major decision 8-0 over Roush. So again, a lot of matches. This is his 5th match of the day. And you're allowed to wrestle 5 matches in a day, so this will be his last one that he could possibly wrestle. Inside stand-up by Roush, splits the hands of Rowley, pops his hips, turns and faces Rowley, picks up the 1-point escape. Now they are forehead to forehead, and there's a snap down by Rowley. Snaps Roush right into a double. Let's see if he can finish it. He's running Rowley across the mat. He's got to sit through and pop his head out, and he does. Picks up a 2-point takedown. Great job by Brad Roush. He goes up 5-0. So Rowley hit him with a snap down, but made the cardinal mistake of snapping him right into his legs. So Roush now out to the side, trying to work a pinning combination. Has the left arm of Rowley tied to his body, trying to scoop a chicken wing. Now he goes to the right arm, cross-face to right arm. I think he could set up a cross-face cradle here. He's going to turn Rowley. 54 seconds left. There's back points. Roush has Rowley on his back. Could be a fall. Referee looking close. 48 seconds left to go. Chest to chest. There's the fall. There's the fall in 3:15. So Brad Roush will end his day with a fall in 3:15. So Jamie, you got some Hawks here finishing the day off on a good note, and that's always what you like to see.
Exactly, especially Brad Roush. He's been in so many close matches today that it was good to finally see him get in there and get that final big one there, that big win to get himself. He won 2 matches on the day, so he's going to finish in 4th place today.
That's a good job. First varsity tournament, you're going to finish in 4th place. That's something to build on right there. Well, we have weight class 138 we've got to finish up yet. We've got weight 145, 152 is done. 160 is done. Alex Reitz has to wrestle Fellstool from Decorah, so we'll have that match coming up at 160. Take a little bit of time for that one. Weight class 170, Brett Roush will take on Burke from Davenport Assumption. Weight class 170, 182, Antones will take on Lilligrave from Decorah. Weight class 195 is done. Weight class 220 is done. And weight class heavyweight is done as Caleb Zeeser from West Delaware will draw a bye in round 5, so his day is done. So we've got a few more wrestlers from West Delaware coming up here, and we've got to wait for our time to allot as these wrestlers are still. Okay, we're going to move Burke and Reitz to mat number 3 right in front of us. So that'll be nice for us to see. We'll spy that match. That's a weight class 160. And again, the Hawks shorthanded last night. The Hawks shorthanded today. Still battling some of those key injuries off an outstanding football season. Waiting for those guys to get recovered 100%. And then they'll throw those guys back into the lineup at some point. And look for these Hawks to continue building on their success. So we have Alex Reitz stepping out on the mat. We're waiting for Burke from Assumption, I believe. They're making an all call for Burke from Assumption. I think he was on deck on mat number 3, and they're trying to pull him down, or on mat number 1, they're trying to pull him down. They're trying to pull him down to mat number 1. We'll see if they get him here. So, Jamie, this last round we're having some pretty exciting matches, and here today. And tell you what, the crowd's starting to get into it here. This is Reitz and Fellstool right here out in front of us. So not Reitz and Burke, this is Reitz and Fellstool from Decorah. So should be a good match right here. Should be an outstanding match right here between these two Tigers, these two outstanding athletically gifted wrestlers here. Great balance, great hips, great strength. And a minute 50 just underway here. The winner of this match will probably have the bronze medal. Probably Pryor from Waterloo East. Right now sitting on the top here. There's a double leg takedown by Festool in deep on Reitz, and Reitz down blocks and pulls him off the edge of the mat. Jamie, on mat number 2, I believe we have Alex Linderwell.
Yep.
At weight class
taking on Bailey Jones from Fairfield.
All right. So we'll see if Alex Linderwell can get himself a win to end this tournament today. That would be super. This match in front of us with Reitz and Festool. Tell you what, a couple of good wrestlers. Duck under there by Festool is in deep. No points yet as he hasn't taken Reitz down. Now Reitz down on all fours. And now 1 point escape by Reitz. He dives in on a double. That should be one. Very good. Alex Linderwell finds himself on his back, Jamie. A half Nelson and inside wrist. So not where you want to be if you're Alex Linderwell. One more time fighting off your back. Inside wrist, half Nelson, 56 seconds. That's a lot of time to fight off your back. 59 seconds left to here. There's a long double by Reitz. Reshot by Festool. He's in deep on a double. Sets Reitz to his backside. And that's one of those drills you work in the wrestling room. Shot, reshot. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that sent the West Delaware Hawk cheerleaders scurrying as both wrestlers off the edge of the mat. Linderwell does fight off his back. It's 5-0 with 24 seconds left to go first period. You know what, we've got some good wrestlers here doing a great job riding on top. There's a head lever by Festool. He's got Reitz in trouble. Reitz on his back. Could be a fall right here. Could be a fall as Reitz is on his back and he's trying to roll through, and he does. Wow, what a great job by Alex Reitz to get out of that. Festool ran that head lever to perfection and had Reitz buried. Now Festool out in front with a drive cradle on Reitz. He's got Reitz on his back one more time. 7-1's your score with 13 seconds to go. So Festool is doing a great job with some offensive pinning combinations from a head lever to a drive cradle. We're seeing lots of stuff with 2 seconds left to go, and that's going to do it for the first period. And it's a 2-point near fall, and it's 9-1. So a lot of offense by the wrestler from Decorah, Jamie.
Yeah, and that's the situation. You know, Reitz is just kind of caught off guard right now. I mean, it was kind of bombarded by the way Festool came at him, and just a lot of offense and a lot of attacking by Festool, and it's Reitz is going to have to come back from it.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. You know, when you're down 9-1, we just lost our clock. When you're down 9-1, and there's our clock back. You're down 9-1, just starting the second period, and when we lost the clock again. Gonna have to get a stoppage because our clock's not working.
I got it.
You got it? You got it right there. All right, we got some clock issues. We're running some time off. Very good. All right, Linderwell up on top, riding now, trying to get those back points back that he gave up with a chicken wing or with a half Nelson inside wrist. Getting way high as Linderwell riding. He's got to get back on those hips. So Ford from Waterloo East. Ford with the stand up. He's going to score a point, making it 6-0. Festool now in on a single. And nice job by Reitz to get his leg back. And off the edge of the mat they go. Great scramble ability by both wrestlers here. Linderwell with the headlock. He's got a headlock on Ford. He picked up 2. No back off of it though. Still time to fight. That's a good job. Ran out of real estate. Had that headlock in. Set his hips down. And Ford from Waterloo East found the edge and kept wiggling his way to safety there. We'll see if Linderwell can set up something again off that inside wrist series. Maybe a tilt, maybe something. Reitz and Festool going at it here. Reitz trying to measure Festool. Festool He's got a really good double, really low leg attack. He's trying to set that snap down by Festool. Very, very good snap down by Festool. No points here. Festool's going to pick Reitz up and drive him back down for a 2-point takedown. That was textbook right there. 2-point reversal by Ford from Waterloo East makes it 8-2 now with 10 seconds left to go in the second period. Chicken wing now by Festool. Double chicken wing is trying to lock it up with 13 seconds left to go. He's got the double chicken wing locked up, and he's got Reitz on his back. He's going to pick up at least 3. Probably won't pick up the fall here. I'll tell you what, that's a tough position to be in if you're Alex Reitz. There's time. That's a 3-point near fall. It's going to be 14-1. So that's about the 5th different pinning combination we've seen out of Festool from Decorah. So, Jamie, he's tough.
Yeah, he is. You know, and I'm not even sure. Is he the? He's not going to win this bracket. I mean, Festool has. I guess he hasn't lost a match, so I guess this is the championship. He's tough.
So he beat Pryor. He must have beat Pryor from East. Okay. So there you go. There's Reitz trying to launch Festool. I'll tell you what, that was being thrown right there. Reitz had an over and under on, and he tried to launch Festool, and no luck with it at all. Linderwell still 8-2 with Ford from Waterloo East. There's that duck under. Tell you what, he is slick. There's a 2-point takedown for Tech Ball, 16-1. So he is the real deal. Festool is the real deal there, and he is tough. All right, weight class 170 right in front of us. Brett Roush taking the mat for the Hawks. He's taking out Burke from Davenport Assumption. So it doesn't get easy. The road doesn't get any easier for Brett right here. And immediately there's Burke with an underarm, with an underhook on the right side, and he snaps Roush right down to the mat. Tell you what, there's a headlock. Jamie Linderwell finds himself in the headlock again, and he had it locked up. Let's see if he's going to take the lead here now. 8-7. Burke's got Roush on his back, and that's going to be a 27-second fall by Burke. So tough day for Brett Roush, Jamie. You know, you're coming in here wrestling some tough opponents, and for your first varsity tournament, tell you what, that's tough. Linderwell 9-7 now. He's trying to, with 13 seconds left, he's trying to take Ford down. Ford working the edge of the mat. 10 seconds, plenty of time. Coach Voss said, hey, shoot the shot. You got to go on the whistle. Got to tap and go. There's Linderwell trying to launch that headlock again. He's got it locked up. Let's see if he can throw it forward, and his head, he slips it off. That's going to be a 2-point takedown, 11-7. So Linderwell's going to lose to Ford, 11-7. That's a weight class 138. That would be to Jones, right, Jamie? Bailey Jones, yes. Yeah. Not Ford. That was Bailey Jones. Sorry. Fairfield Trojan fans. 11-7. Jones is going to win that. So 138 is over. That's round 5 there. 145 is done. 152 is over. 160. Just finished that. I think Pryor and Castile have to wrestle yet. They're wrestling out in the center mat now, number 2. So that weight class will be over. Dixon from Decorah and Phillips from Waterloo East are wrestling in front of us.
Who are we waiting for
182,
now?
we're waiting for Antones and Lilligrave.
Antones will be on deck, so we got a little break here.
I think that's the last match, Jamie.
Caesar, yeah, we'll have Caesar.
I think he got a bye his last round.
He had a bye earlier. Oh, he is done.
He's done.
I got you. Oh, so Brady's our last one, okay.
Well,
go ahead.
Let's take a short time out, and we will wait for Brady Antones from West Delaware wrestling his last match of the day against Lilligrave from Decorah. So stay with us. We're going to wrap this thing up in one more match. You've been listening to Hold by Hold Wrestling Action right here from the Seedorf Gymnasium on Eastern Iowa Sports Leader 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back into the Bob Murphy Invitational here. Just about to wrap up our coverage here as Brady Antones heads on to the mat for our last match of the day here, as Brady Antones will be taking on, is it Austin Lillibridge?
Andy Lilligrave.
Andy, I want to Lilligrave, excuse me.
Andy Lilligrave.
So Brady Antones, the sophomore for West Delaware, getting ready to wrestle his last match of the day, and there's Lilligrave out to a quick takedown to go up 2-0.
Well, Jamie, that was a double leg takedown by Brady. He got in on a double, and Lilligrave absolutely just crowded him. They went right to his back, and Andy Lilligrave is showing some physicality here on the young sophomore. He's got that inside wrist. He just crowded. That was a great shot by Antones, and I think he was caught off by surprise, and Lilligrave just ran him over basically and scored the 2. So Decor's a little better. We've seen some good Waterloo East is a lot better team. Those we talked about that. Coach Jay Llewellyn getting the job done there. And Decor's a little better than they were last year. And they've got signs of having some good wrestlers in the stable. And they're having a fine tournament here today. Of course, they always like coming down here, don't they, Jamie? Vikings and the
Vikings,
Hawks.
you bet.
Yes, they just love coming down here. All right, 56 seconds left to go. Antone's trying to work some hand control and get out underneath, get out from underneath on Lilligrave. Lilligrave applying a lot of forward pressure. This is weight class 102, but Lilligrave looks like a huge weight class 182-pounder compared to the sophomore from West Delaware. And he's showing some of that physicality here as he's got the right arm of Brady Antones trapped underneath. And he's circling the head, and he's going to try to post that right shoulder and throw Antones to his back, but Antones doing a nice job. Now he's got a half Nelson in. Got 1,001 count. Now he steps off the legs of Antones. Antones is giving it back points here. Lilligrave with 15 seconds left to go here might get the fall as he's going to try to tee out. He's got a half Nelson in. And the referee down there looking close. 7 seconds left to go in this first period. And Antone's working to get that left arm free. And that's going to do it for the first period. But it's going to be a 3-point near fall for Andy Lilligrave from Decor. And if you're Brady Antones, I don't think you want to go down underneath of Lilligrave. Again, it's going to be Antone's choice. He's going to defer over to Lilligrave. And Lilligrave is going to choose down. So, again, a baptism by fire today for some of these young pup West Delaware Hawk wrestlers getting a taste of varsity action in a very tough tournament. Again, only 6 teams here, but I'm telling you what, the quality of the competition is very good. There's an inside stand-up by Lilligrave. Antone drops in on a double, drives him across the mat, sits him down on his backside. No back points, but nice technique there by the young sophomore from West Delaware. Again, inside wrist now by Antones. He's got the left arm tied up with Lilligrave, trying to roll that out to a bar. Doing a nice job keeping pressure on. He's got his left shoulder down. Now he's got that arm out. He's got the left arm of Lilligrave posted, trying to set up that farmer. Lilligrave gets up to his knees, and he turns and faces Antones for a 1-point escape. Wow. Tell you what, you'd like to have that back. There's a tap and go by Lilligrave, belly down. Antones needs a spin. And on the edge of the mat, Lilligrave now up on all fours, trying to suck that left knee in of Brady Antones. Lilligrave trying to circle in. Antones with a hard down block, and it looks like Lilligrave's going to pop his head out, cover the hips of Antones, and pick up 2. Now a hard crossface by Lilligrave. He's got Antone in trouble one more time here. It's 6-1 right now. Or excuse me, it's 8-0. Looking at the wrong clock, it's 8-0 with 38 seconds left to go. So you go from almost locking that pinning combination, that farmer up, to giving up the 1 and giving up the 2. So, but again, it's all about learning. It's all about getting better. It's all about chalking today up for experience. And that's the mission of these Hawk wrestlers today. 1-point escape by Antones. He's up to his feet. Lilligrave comes to an over and under. Like to see Antones. Could have hit him with a headlock right there. 19 seconds left. 8-1 is your score. Lilligrave has about a head a head height advantage on the short, stocky Brady Antones from West Delaware, using that length and leverage to his advantage. 12 seconds left to go. There's a launch attempt by Antones. He's got Littlegrave in a headlock. 7 seconds left. Let's see if he can get the fall. Littlegrave's flat out on his back. That's got to be the fall right there. Slap the mat, Mr. Official. Oh, boy. 3-point near fall. That's the throw you were after, and he ran out of time. He had Littlegrave buried. Boy, 8-6. You talk about things happening in a hurry, Jamie Vaskey. That was it right there.
It was, and, it looked really close from where we were sitting, and unfortunately he didn't get the fall, but I tell you what, he's only down 2 points here.
Boy, I tell you what, that would have been a huge confidence builder right there. That was a perfect time to hit that throw. And I'll tell you what, he just ran. He needed 5 more seconds, and Littlegrave would have been down for the count. Now Antones chose down. Boys, got to go to work. Here comes that leverage by the big guy from Decorah. Hard crossface from right to left. He's got the left arm of Brady Antones tied up. He's got to pick that off, split the hands. He does. Now a half power, half Nelson by Littlegrave. Goes back and forth with a half Nelson. Antones to his feet. He's going to try to split the hands of Littlegrave. Littlegrave picks him up and returns him to the mat. Now an inside wrist on the right. Rolls that out to a bar. Antones is in trouble. Got to stay flat here. Littlegrave's going to scoop it. Oh, and Antones is going to go right to his back. Rats. Oh, maybe they should have took neutral, Jamie. Antones is going to try to elevate Littlegrave and get him to roll through, but I'll tell you what, that's a 108, long time to fight off your back. There's the fall. Boy, oh boy. So when they meet again, Jamie, I'm betting you Antones will go back to neutral. I would like to see them go neutral there. You just got done throwing the guy, feeling good on your feet. And I'll tell you what, that's a tough one right there. That was a tough weight bracket for Brady Antones. Joe Argo from Assumption, Littlegrave, Lunsford from Fairfield, Glider from Waterloo East. So tough weight bracket. Well, let's take a short break. Mr. Statistician Jamie Vaskey is totaling up and putting the final results together, and he'll give us a final recap, and maybe we'll have some team scores by then. If not, we'll get those to you as soon as possible. Let's take a short time out. We'll let Jamie tally his score sheet here, get the final results, and maybe we'll have some update there from Independence. Possibly. We'll let you know on that too. So let's take a short time out. We'll be right back with our final update. Stay with us. You won't want to miss out on that. You've been listening to Hold by Hold Wrestling Action right here from the Bob Murphy Invite in beautiful Seedorf Gymnasium right here on West Delaware High School campus on Northeast Iowa Sports Station. Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And a welcome back in to the Bob Murphy Invitational as we put the final touches on this thing here today as everything is done. It's in the books, another successful one. Got it through here pretty quick as it's 4 o'clock. I believe it was scheduled to go until 4:30, so they did very well moving this thing along here today, and certainly a great job. As we go through the results here, at weight class 106 for West Delaware, Ben Litter finishes in 4th place. He went 0-3 on the day. Weight class 113, Brad Roush from West Delaware finishing in 4th place. He went 2-3 in today's action. Weight class 120, 4 wrestlers in this weight class. Cole Engel from West Delaware, the freshman, finishing at 1-2 on the day. 126, Logan Riley, the senior for West Delaware, finishes 1-1. Just 3 wrestlers in this weight class as he was beaten by Kyler Lowe in the final 6-2. So Logan Riley finishes in 2nd place. At 132, West Delaware had their only champ of the day as it was Owen Ward going 3-0 on the day. The junior Ward with a 5-4 championship match score against Devin Stortz from Decorah. Weight class 138, Alex Linderwell, the junior for West Delaware, finishing in 6th place today. 6 wrestlers there as he goes 0-5 on the day. At 145, Bennett Cole for West Delaware finishes in 2nd place as he went 2-1 on the day. His only loss was to Nicholas Johnson from Davenport Assumption. At 152, Harrison Goebel, the freshman for the Hawks, goes 1-2 on the day and finishes in 3rd place. At weight class 160, Alex Reitz, the senior, goes 2-2. He finishes in third place today for the Hawks. 170 pounds, it was Brett Roush for West Delaware, finishing in fourth place out of 5 as he went 1-3 in today's action. 182 pounds, tough day for Brady Antones as he was in a very tough bracket as he went 0-4 on the day, finishing in fifth place. At 195, Cooper Weeks, the junior for the Hawks, finishes an 0-3 record and fourth place finish. No Hawk at 220 pounds. At heavyweight, Caleb Zeezer for the Hawks finishes 0-4 on the day and in fifth place. Final team scores here today. In first place, it was Davenport Assumption with 156 points. Decorah was second with 117. Third place was Muscatine with 94 points. In fourth place was Waterloo East with 91 points. Fifth place was West Delaware with 77.5 points. And in sixth place was Fairfield with 48 points. Roger mentioned we're going to take a look real quickly here as they are in the championship matches, placing matches over in Independence. So we will go through what they have so far in that tournament, as at weight class 106, as Jarrett Orr from Independence finishes in sixth place today for the Mustangs. Weight class 113, Cody Clee from Starmont finishes in sixth place also. For the Stars, 120 pounds, Mitch Evans from Independence finishes in second place today as he was beaten by Brandon Mayer from Crestwood in the championship match of that one. At weight class 126, weight class 126, Seth House from Independence finishes in seventh place today. 132 pounds is where they are now. No place winner there for either of our area schools. We'll take a look as we're up to date from where we had our update of that tournament last time we discussed it. So let's go here, take a look at the team scores of that tournament before we sign off here today. As the top three team scores, Apple Valley, Minnesota in first place with 209 points. Cedar Rapids Prairie in second with 176. Independence is in third place with 138. They have a 3.5 point edge over Osage right now, who's in fourth place. Starmont finished down in the bottom, 14th place with 10 points. Taking a look at our schedule here for next week with all the sports from KMCH. We'll take a look at that here real quick. As Monday we have area basketball, as it's a girl and boy doubleheader with Edco at Northland with John Swisher and Bill Logan. Tuesday, the West Delaware boys are at DeWitt with John Swisher. That's the 7:30 tip with the West Delaware boys at DeWitt. Thursday, Roger and I will be at Maquoketa as the West Delaware Hawks will take on Maquoketa and Western Dubuque starting at 6 o'clock. And then Friday, West Delaware girls are at Mount Vernon, a 7:30 tip with John Swisher and Bill Logan. And then, of course, next Saturday, Roger and I will have the Five Seasons duels at Cedar Rapids Kennedy starting at 9:30. As usually what we do there is our first few duels of the day, first couple duels are on KMCH or on our YouTube stream, and we will go live on KMCH later in the afternoon. So we'll have all that coverage for you next week. As Roger, as you mentioned, trial by fire here today for the Hawks, as some of those young kids really got some experience, and some of them it didn't go the way they wanted to, but that you're only going to learn from having these matches and maybe fix some of the things that you're not doing right.
Well, the coaches were taking notes all day. They record them on their phones or, working with the kids, and they're going to go back to the wrestling room on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're going to correct some of those mistakes. And everything that we saw today out of the youth from West Delaware is correctable. The good thing that we saw, Jamie, is fight, and we saw their conditioning seems to be in pretty good shape for this early. So, like we said earlier, if you've got fight and you've got some kids that want to get out there and mix it up a little bit, you can go a long ways. Correcting those physical mistakes, correcting those position mistakes, and then you're in good shape. Some of these guys that won their last matches of the day, that's a good confidence builder. You go into this week having a great week of practice, and then you you wrestle hard Thursday, you practice Friday, and then you turn it on again next Saturday, and that's the nature of the beast right now. But we saw a lot of positives today. Everything's fixable. There's not anything that we saw today that can't be fixed with some repetition and some good practice work. And with the coaching staff that the West Delaware Hawks have, they're going to take these notes, go back to the practice room, and they're going to work on correcting stuff and getting themselves in good position. Again, when they get their full lineup back, Jamie, they've got some big holes in there that are open right now, and they'll get the regular kids back. They'll fill those holes up, and that will help immensely. The biggest thing that will help is having those kids that are out right now back in the room practicing and practicing hard, so you've got some more leadership and you've got some more examples to follow. That's huge.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us. A couple score updates. As we mentioned, you and I earlier, they losing right now with late in the fourth quarter, 47-21 against Southern Illinois. Illinois State is who they're playing, 47-21. Wartburg had a big lead. We looked that up. They had a fumble down in their own territory, and that's where this quick scoring came from for Wisconsin Whitewater, the defending champs, number one ranked team in Division III in the nation. And Wartburg loses tonight, 37-33, the final of that one. So great season by our area athletes and the Wartburg Knights up there in Waverly as they finish with one loss on the season. And the Iowa State Cyclones losing tonight to TCU, 55-3, the final score in that one. That's going to do it for us. We want to thank our in-studio producers today, Janelle Tucker getting us going this morning, and Dennis Robertson finishing us off here today as a great tournament run here. Got to thank Karen Phillips over there for running the track wrestling and keeping things moving and having our scores updated throughout the day and the brackets updated. Mayor Milt doing a great job, of course, again, he's announced every one of these Hawk Invitationals, 42 of them. This is year number 42, our great officials, and, of course, Jesse and Jan Hoffman over there doing a great job. I know Jesse writes on the brackets and does a great job, and we thank all the people that make the Hawk Invitational, the Bob Murphy Invitational, run successfully. And it runs pretty clean every year, as it was scheduled to get done at 4:30. We're sitting here 10 after 4 and made great time today. I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in to us today, as this has been another presentation of West Delaware Wrestling. We'll talk to you next week. For Roger Reed and I'm Jamie Vaskey saying good night from the Bob Murphy Hawk Invitational. You've been listening to West Delaware Wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.